Every business wants good customer reviews. Every customer wants a good experience. So what happens when both sides click? Or in some cases, when they don't? From Yelp and Entrepreneur Media, this is Behind the Review.
Behind the review, dig deeper too. Behind the review, get all the news. Food, flowers, fixing, make business boom. Behind the review, dig deeper too.
I'm Emily Washkovic, Yelp small business expert. Every week, I pick one review on Yelp and talk to the entrepreneur and the reviewer about the story and business lessons behind it. Let's see what's behind this week's review.
It was that customer obsession, if you will, where they're just really aiming for like such a good experience, and it really carries through. And you can see that not just from the people at the front scheduling, but all the way to the nail techs in the back, and really going out of the way to make sure that you have that good experience. So that way they could let customers know, if you come here, we're going to take care of you. And if you're not happy, come back. We're going to make it right. And you don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. Like, I know when I go back to this salon in the future, if I ever have any issues again, it's not going to be hard for me to speak up because of how they've treated this whole situation with me.
That's Maegen telling me about Lush Nail Bar. And as you heard, her experience wasn't perfect from the start. But the way the business handled the situation turned Maegen into a repeat customer. Let's hear Maegen's review.
I finally found a salon that can deliver on gorgeously crafted nails. I cannot get over how beautiful my set is and how the coffin shape actually looks like a coffin. No dull corners, no badly applied paint, just pure art. The professionalism of the team at Lush goes a long way. I appreciate them having an easy to find location and decor that matches your ultimate pampering experience. I will definitely be back, and next with either my mom or BFF.
No sign of a bad time in that review, and that's because it all happened offline. We'll get into that more in a bit, but first, let's hear from manager Joanne on how Lush Nail Bar came to be and what they've done to create a business with decor that matches the ultimate pampering experience.
Lush Nail Bar started at the end of October when COVID just recently hit. The boss, Lonnie, she envisioned the whole salon, and Long was the one that just put it to work. Pretty much. Our boss wanted like more of a modern yet homely vibe. So every time when a client walks in, they have a feeling it's nice, it's clean, the lighting is just more brighter. Just wanting to be feeling comfortable at the salon when you're in there for an hour or 2 hours doing your services. It's just more of a light vibe instead of like going to other salons that you see. It's just more dark, more gloomy, and more just like a in, get out, don't speak, don't talk kind of vibe. That's what they wanted to bring to our clients.
Opening their doors during a pandemic made for a slow start, but Lonnie and Long worked hard to design a brick and mortar that was light, bright, and welcoming. They knew that the design and decor added to the customer experience. And even if they weren't busy and booming on day one, they wanted the space to be reflective of what they're offering. And it's not just decor. The whole vibe also extends to little things, like being offered water when you arrive.
Arizona is hot. It gets up to 110, 120. When you come in, everybody's already having anxiety. Everybody's already feeling irritated because of the heat. So offering a cold water, it doesn't take that much to make a person happy. Just saying a hello or like a goodbye, we'll see you again. It just makes them feel more happy. And with the vibe, that the decor, that's all Long and Lonnie's idea. They just want it just fresh vibe. Like you don't want to come in there and feeling like everything is cluttered, everything is just dirty. It just makes you feel uncomfortable. Like the whole vibe that we're trying to do is light, airy, come in, enjoy your time, relax. That's the biggest key that we want. You're already spending money, so we want you to relax, enjoy everything. We have snacks for the kids to come in. Like if you're a mom and your baby or your daughter or your son is irritated, we have little snacks. We put on Netflix shows, cartoons for them to watch while you're enjoying yourself. Just as long as the whole thing is just relax, enjoy, come in and feel like it's welcoming.
Let's take a quick break. Hey there, listeners. Have you ever thought about opening a franchise? Does the idea of helping young students succeed get you excited? If so, you should check out Huntington Learning Center. In today's environment, the need for tutoring has never been greater. And Huntington Learning Center is the nation's leading K-12 tutoring and test prep provider. They believe that by delivering world-class results for students, profitability will follow. And for over 40 years, they've been fulfilling the mission to give every student the best education possible. And now you could be a part of that brand and that change. With approximately 300 locations across the country, Huntington Learning Center helps tens of thousands of students every day. And Huntington Learning Center franchise owners earn 46% more in revenue than the closest competitor. And there's a ton of reasons for that. For one, there are low expenses during startup. 2, there's no previous educational experience required. And lastly, you will have the backing of an award-winning support team dedicated to your success. On average, Huntington students increase over 2 grade levels in reading and math in just 3 months. And their test prep students increase 5.4 points on the ACT and 229 points on the SAT. Those are huge changes that can significantly impact a student's future, and you could be a part of that. To learn more about this incredible opportunity, call Huntington today at 1-800-653-8400 or visit huntingtonfranchise.com. And we're back. You're probably wondering what happened during Maegen's experience and how it was handled. So let's just dive right in.
Originally, I went in for a pink and white set, and I had been with the tech, and basically by the time I got home, I had noticed, oh no, there's some parts on the side where she accidentally overfiled it and such, and I called back in. We spoke on the phone. I was speaking with someone at the front desk, very helpful, and he goes, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you noticed that. I'm sorry that you're going to have to come back in. I apologize. I said, no, this is great that I can come back in, and we ended up settling on a later time in the evening. I was like, I'll go more towards the end. I didn't want to step on anyone's toes and have to have them squeeze me in, but they were very accommodating. I showed up, and the gal that I worked with absolutely went just above and beyond to make sure that everything was really awesome.
Maegen was wowed by the business's response. But I also want to point out that Maegen gave the business a chance to respond. And sometimes that takes courage.
I noticed that, oh no. And I started thinking, I just paid $75 for this set, not including a tip. And I'm thinking, no, I'm pretty sure they'll be okay with this, right? I'm paying for quality nails, so I'm going to get a quality experience. And once I worked up the nerve and I called in, they were just, like I said, super, super accommodating, just very apologetic that I even had an issue. We apologize. Don't worry, we're going to take care of it. You're absolutely okay. When I went in, the gal that I sat with, she wasn't able to replicate the same design, but she hooked me up with obviously these really beautiful ones with the gold foil, and they're still hanging on. I've gotten so many compliments on them. While she was correcting it, we were just having issues with the gel, and she was trying so hard. I swear we were there for at least 20 minutes of her really trying to just get the design that I wanted down right. She refiled everything. She just knocked the set out of this world. So it felt like me working up that courage to say something for once, really paid off. It was really nice to see that they cared so much.
The worst possible outcome in this scenario would have been Maegen never letting the business know she was upset, and instead telling all of her friends, family, and colleagues that Lush Nail Bar didn't know how to do a great set. Another horrible outcome, Maegen addressing her concerns with the business and being let down by their response. Or even worse, no response at all. Now, for my business owners, I want you to ask yourself, are you open to feedback no matter how it comes? Yes, I get it. The best type of consumer is the one that tells you directly, like Maegen, instead of leaving a review online. But regardless of how you receive the feedback, could there be value there? Joanne says they always want to know.
We treat others how we want to be respected and treated. So if I were to go to another nail salon, I want my nails to be perfect as well. And if there are flaws, and there's always flaws, we just want you to come back, feel comfortable. We're not going to treat you as if it's a burden on us, because at the end of the day, we make the mistake.
And owner Long chimed in to emphasize the importance of acknowledging and respecting that customers are paying for a service.
we know we'll pay a lot of money for their nails. So we try to do the right thing and make sure we do a good job and make sure the money worth for the service that they came and paid for,
This willingness to correct their mistakes isn't just a facade. Maegen actually saw the back and forth play out in person when she returned to get her nails fixed.
And the fact that she was showing her other nail techs and saying, I'm going to talk to the gal who did this set, but just so you guys are aware, this is how we do it. But she wasn't rude. She was just she was being a good leader. You could tell her leadership skills were absolutely on point, because instead of trying to tear down her team, be like, oh, look, so-and-so stinks. Look at their prep. Look at their work. Oh, it's trash. She's instead using it as a learning tool to teach everybody, this is what we do. This is how we handle a situation like this. And obviously it went nice because I was in a good mood. She was in a good mood. Everyone's being respectful. And then that was the other thing, was the respect. She just kept saying over and over how sorry she was that I had to go in there. She was like, I'm sorry if it was out of your way. I was like, oh no, you're right next to my brothers. I'm going to go hang out with them after this. Don't even worry.
Maegen felt that her time was being valued. She felt that the team cared about not only making the set right, but improving the quality of their work overall. That elevated customer service experience built confidence in the high-quality product, and will keep her coming back and being transparent in the future if something isn't right. For the Lush team, feedback is the only way they get better.
Like Joanne said, nobody's perfect, and only way we learn from our mistakes is seeing what we did wrong. So for Lonnie, she always there hey, this is how you fix it, or just pretty much constantly training each other. So that way we get better ourselves at the salon.
Everybody specializes in something. So there are other techs that have weaker spots and they're more stronger in other spots. So in general, we try to teach each other and learn from each other at the same time while working.
We'll be right back. Satisfying customers is top of mind for every business owner, and satisfied customers are best served by empowered, connected teams that are able to focus on their work instead of technology issues. That's why with the Galaxy Book lineup, Samsung set out to make a PC that helps you reclaim the workday and keep the positive customer reviews rolling in. Invest in your workforce. Invest in your future. Upgrade to the Galaxy Book, the PC that helps modern businesses go further. Explore the whole range at samsung.com/Galaxy Book for work. Lush Nail Bar is still a new business. By the time this episode goes live, they'll have just had their 1-year anniversary, which means this whole online reviews thing is still pretty new. But honestly, it's their mentality that has helped their online presence and reputation grow.
Coming into Yelp and everything, in the very beginning, my wife, she got in it because we're just really old school, hey, just pass out flyers. We didn't know anything about marketing. It was, okay, we're going to pay for marketing to just put some flyers out, this and that. I didn't know anything about Yelp. We went on there, tried to figure it out, and just took the time, walked me through, hey, post up this picture, post up that picture, how you do this, how you do that. And we went from having 10 reviews to 100-something reviews right now, and it's all mainly, we do have some, can't please every single body, but we mainly have mainly 5-star reviews.
But the good overrides the bad. The bad ones is to give us experience, to give us knowledge, to do better. When we do get a bad review, we do talk about it amongst the techs, what we can do better for the next client or the returning client to see if we can fix our mistake, to be honest. So Yelp does help us a lot, even in learning our skills, trying to achieve it to be more better.
The most important thing is engagement. Long admits they were in over their heads, but they got on and engaged. They uploaded photos, they didn't ignore reviews, and most importantly, they created customer experiences worth reviewing. Maegen couldn't help but share her experience. She wanted to shout it from the rooftops. And she also learned a valuable lesson that all consumers can implement. Communicate if you have a problem, and give the business a chance to make it right. And that concludes our episode. Be sure to subscribe so you get new episodes every Thursday. I hope you enjoyed it and were able to take a thing or two away to implement in your own life. Whether it's a new idea that you can bring back to your business or a fresh perspective on how to be a positive influence as a consumer, we share these stories to inspire and create more meaningful connections in your local community. For more information about today's business or to connect with me, check out the show notes.
Behind the review, dig deeper too. Behind the review, get all the news. Food, flowers, fixing, make business boom. Behind the review, dig deeper too.
To learn more about the episode, check out the episode blog post. Don't forget to subscribe so you get an alert every Thursday when a new episode comes out. To claim your own Yelp business page and start engaging with consumers, visit business.yelp.com. Our theme song is performed by Ali Schwartz and produced by Robbie G of Messerol Sound. The show was produced and edited by Entrepreneur Media.